Hello, welcome to the channel Chemistry Made Easy by Dr. ARM. Last time we have seen the distribution of elements on the earth and various planets in the universe. Now in next or continuation of this chemistry, we will see the next topic, theories of bonding. Theories of bonding. So there are various theories of bonding. So like this, theories of bonding are like this. One, Levy's concept, ionic bond, ionic bonding. Then there are crystal field theory, crystal field theory, and molecular orbital theory. Molecular orbital theory. Then ligand field theory. So these are some theories which are commonly used in order to explain the nature of bonding and the structure of molecule. So in the distribution of elements, we have seen that the various elements that are occurring on the earth or inside the earth are present in the form of compounds or minerals, in which the elements of suitable nature are bound together chemically and forming the naturally thermally and chemically stable form, which are called minerals. So such forms are to be studied here by these variety of theories. So as the first part of this structure or study of these structures, we will see the Levy's concept. So before this going to the discussion, we will see the what are atoms, molecules, etc. So first we will see that when we consider the atoms, you will find the structure of atoms like this. This is nucleus, positively charged nucleus, and there is electron shape. So we will label it as a nucleus. It is composed of protons, which are positively charged. These are positively charged. So the nucleus also contains neutrons, mesons, etc., which we have already studied in the last. Now there are electrons present here in the energy levels. So this is energy level. So there are number of energy levels outside the nucleus, and these are occupied by required number of electrons. So depending upon the number of electrons, the energy levels are occupied, and then these are named. So that will be discussed in separate topic later on. So this is about the structure of atom. Now we will see the molecule. So molecule, we can consider the example of water. So this is our water. It can also be represented in this way. So you will find that hydrogen is bonded or attached to oxygen. Similarly, oxygen and hydrogen are attached. So these dashes are representing the electron pairs. So these are electron pairs. This is dot formula of representation of the molecule. Here the blue dot indicates the electron of oxygen. Red dot indicates electrons of hydrogen. So in this way, the structure of the molecule can be shown. Now we can also observe that we have shown the structure in angular form. So there is certain angle. There is some angle between the two bonds. So in this structure, same structure, the bond angles are also there. Now we can have the concept of distance between the two atoms. So bond distance, that is bonding distance, and the bond angle are some of the important characteristics of such molecules. Then shape of the molecule, then chemical characteristics of the molecule. So all such things are studied whenever required. Now, in order to understand the various aspects regarding the structure of molecule, we have to obtain the experimental data. By conducting required experiments, we can get the information regarding the structure. For example, we have seen that the hydrogen and oxygen atoms are there in water. So such information regarding quality, so qualitative analysis can be done. But before that, we will see what are the experimental methods. So these experimental methods are divided into mainly two types, that is qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative and quantitative. In qualitative methods, we can obtain the information regarding various properties of the molecule, such as chemical properties, physical properties, etc. So this information can be obtained from the qualitative type of experiments. Then quantitative data can also be obtained regarding, for example, we can have the bond distance, bond angle. So such information can be obtained quantitatively by conducting suitable experiments. So with the help of such information, we can arrive at the structure determination on the basis of confirmed or well-defined data suitable for that particular compound. So we can have the quantitative information. We can get the qualitative information from various type of experiments, such as quantitative information can be obtained from experiments such as spectroscopic methods. So these are like this: UV spectroscopy, infrared spectroscopy, then NMR, then mass spectroscopy, etc. So there are other methods which are coming under the head of spectroscopy. So such information gives us also very important information regarding the types of bonds, as well as the bond angles. And in addition to this, the bond distance can also be obtained from the X-ray diffraction. X-ray diffraction. Then neutron diffraction. Neutron diffraction. Electron diffraction. So these methods give us the data in quantitative manner, which can help us to assign correct bond distance and bond angle to the molecules. Whereas the spectroscopic methods give us information regarding the various atoms of a particular elements or group of atoms which are present at a particular space or in particular location in the molecule. Then and then only it will be possible for us to assign a perfect structure to the specific molecule. Then the qualitative and quantitative information is very important. So on the basis of all these things, the various theories can be able to provide suitable explanation and assign the structure. So in this Levy's concept, in this first or important theory, that is Levy's concept. Levy's in 1916 said that the two atoms, like say for example hydrogens, the two atoms can be held together by means of two electrons, that is one pair of electrons. So this electron belongs to this atom, this electron belongs to this hydrogen atom. So we are differentiated for our convenience only. But these electrons are always of same nature. Now, such type of example where we can show the Levy's theory is easily explained. So, according to Levy's, what Levy says, Levy has said that electron pair is required to bond the two atoms together, and this bonding results in the stability of a resulting species called molecule. So compared to the energies of initial atoms, the energy of the resulting molecule is lower, means during this process energy is given out. Then according to this theory, we can represent the structure of certain species like carbonate ion, carbon dioxide, carbonate ion, CO3 2 minus. So this theory is very easy to apply to certain molecule, and because of its easiness it is applied to most of the molecules. Then we will see the example how this Levy's concept is applied to this CO3. Now we can consider this carbon is at the center and three oxygens are in this way like there. So carbon has 4 electrons which are shown like this. So these cross marks are representing electrons of carbon. Now we will represent the electrons of oxygen in this way. So this is one structure. Then we can draw also similar other structure. So this is another alternative structure, and again we can have another alternative structure like this. So here also carbon is at the center. These are the electrons of carbon. Now we can have the electrons of oxygen, which can be shown here like this. So these are three structures. We can say this is one, this is second, and this is third. So all these three structures are equal, but the positions of double bonds, means two electron pairs between oxygen and carbon, are different. So these are called resonating structures. Resonating structures. So all these structures are equal, but each of the structure is not sufficient, so it is called inadequate. Inadequate to explain the total information about the molecule. So each structure is independently not capable to explain or represent the molecule, and therefore we are taking it as the average of these structures. So the charge on each structure is 2 minus. 2 minus. So this is called carbon trioxide, that is carbonate ion. Now in these structures you will find different types of electron pairs, that is we say types of electron pairs. What are these types? So you will find that these electrons, these 1, 2, 3, so these electron pairs are lone pairs or non-bonding electron pairs. So while this electron pair is a bond pair, because it is used for bonding between carbon and oxygen. Okay. Now there is also this electron pair which is bond pair, and this oxygen will have these 3 lone pairs. This oxygen have also these 3 lone pairs, and this has also 3 lone pairs. So there are 2 types of electron pairs here, that is bond pairs and lone pairs. And what is the role of these bond pairs and lone pairs? They are showing the impact on the structure of molecule. The bond angle or bond distance will be governed by specifically the bond angle is under the influence, or it is arising because of the electrostatic repulsive forces resulting or arising from these bond pairs and lone pairs. Then most of these structures, you will find that in that structures, if we count the number of electrons here, how many electrons are there? So if we count the total number of electrons, say these two electrons, 4 plus these 4, means in all there are 8 electrons. And formation of this 8 electron group around this carbon is called the octet. This is called octet. But such type of octet is not observed everywhere in the molecule. So in case of hydrogen, you will find only 2 electrons are there. So you can have these 2 electrons. This is called a duplet. And this can be a portion or part of this hydrogen. So the 2 electrons are also the part of hydrogen. These 2 electrons are also part of this hydrogen. So this makes the complete molecule. So this group of 2 electrons is called a duplet. It is observed in only 2 molecules. Now, the next is Lewis structures is observed in this type of the duplets or octets. So we can have such structures. Also, in addition to this, we can different types of bonds. What are these? Single bond. So how is this single bond shown? Like this. So carbon is a single bond. So we can show here this single bond. Then there are also double bonds like this. This is a double bond. And there is another triple bond. This is a triple bond. So these different types of bonds are observed in variety of molecules, and we can have such examples. Now, in case of this carbon CO3, now if we take the example of CO3 2 minus, we know there are 3 carbon oxygen bonds. But if we observe the structure, that is the resonating structure of the molecules, we find that all the 3 carbon oxygen bonds are observed to be different, but these are actually of same distance. The bond distance is same everywhere. Then what is that bond distance? It is 1 point. This bond distance is 129 pm. His bond distance is 129 pm. Whereas if we consider the single bond distance, this is observed distance. Then the carbon oxygen single bond distance is 116 pm, and the double bond distance, carbon oxygen double bond distance is 143 pm. So this will show that the observed bond distance is neither that of a single bond nor that of a double bond. What does it mean? It means the carbon oxygen bond in carbon trioxide means carbonate ion is neither single nor double. It means this bond is actually a single bond plus some additional bond. So that is like 1.3 mol we can say about 1 point. Means that is fractional bond. It represents that it is neither a single bond nor a double bond. Okay, so it means one additional double bond is distributed all over the molecule. That is 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. So in this way, this dotted line indicates that the bond is not 1, it is about 1/3. So that will give us in all a additional 1 bond, means 3 bonds plus 1 bond. So in this way, the carbon trioxide structure ion will give us this way. Now we will see the next part of this topic in next lecture. So till then, goodbye. Please keep watching this video and press the bell icon button and like button, and you can put your suggestions or comments in the comment box. Thank you very much for observing the lecture. Okay.